Steve here with Table Rock Tea Company. Well, things don't always go the way you plan them to on a farm. So this morning we were going to run some tea, and it turned out that our normal dryer broke. So the fan motor is on the fritz. We've got to replace that. So in the meantime, we pulled this thing out of storage. This is the small sort of, I guess, test or pilot version of a much bigger one that we have, but it's a rotary propane dryer, and I'll show you a little bit of how this works. We're just basically doing an experiment out here with it. We'll need to set up exhausts and stuff like that inside and everything, but this is just to get us a feel for how this works, because this will probably be the future of how we dry bigger volumes of tea. So essentially what you got is it's kind of like a gas grill. It's hooked to a propane tank, and then under here, I don't think I'm gonna, sure, why not, I'll open it. Under here are the burners. I don't know if you can see that in there, but those are the propane burners. And it's actually automatic. You set the timer for how many minutes you want over here, and you also set the temperature, and it'll bring it up to temp. And then it has sort of like automatic ignition and things like that. However, it is not like we would build it here, that is for sure. Definitely some quirky little things. There's a separate vent up here. You can probably come over and take a look. You can see how that goes, opens and closes. It's to basically blow off more hot air if it gets too hot. There's a fan in the back that runs, blows air through, and that's basically what you're trying to do, is dry everything. So it's going to blow the hot air across and take all that humidity out with it. So we haven't figured out all the specs yet. Like I said, this is just an experiment for us, so we're going to figure it all out. One thing I will say, it's kind of weird, is that you kind of don't take this into account, but this thing looks really big, but it only holds like not even a quarter of this barrel size, because it finds wherever the level is, and you can see we've got like a bucket underneath and stuff to catch things as it falls, because it's gonna fall out. So even on the big one, it's gonna just be whatever that slice of the pie is that you can fit as far as tea goes. So yeah, we'll see. And then basically when it's done, we won't show you this because we've got stuff running, but this thing will actually tilt. So it's actually pretty easy to unload. You just leave it running and you push down and it dumps it all into the bucket. So that's kind of nice. It's got a temperature probe here, so it reads the heat and fires the burners on and off depending on the temperature. So you make lemonade out of lemons or whatever, so to speak. So at least it gave us an opportunity to test this machine, which we had to do anyway. So what do you do? Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned to see what else is brewing here at Table Rock Tea Company.